So most drummers play the brushes with this motion, like gathering wheat or hugging a bunch of puppy dogs. My brush motion or technique is similar to swimming, kind of like a breaststroke, which I think Steve Gadd also uses and Elvin use, so they play this direction. So that means the right hand is going in the same direction of the clock hand, clockwise, and the left hand's going counterclockwise. Now the most basic stroke is to just do a circular pulse. But if you were to try to dance to that or to feel a beat, it's impossible. It just sounds like white noise. So the simplest thing I can do is lift one brush. And notice when I'm not, but it's one motion. And then to make it a longer stroke, I leave it on the head and then just spin it around. And sometimes that spinning around or snap motion, I like to joke, is to imagine that your brush is here and it's minding its own business and a fly comes along. And it lands there. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So notice that my brush is kind of like a tap dancing motion. And as soon as you're done playing a rhythm, on the drum head, the brush stays on the drum head. So if I go 1, 2, 3, notice I don't go. But instead, so always keeping the brush on the head. And you can practice basic rhythms. What I like to have my students practice, what I think is more important than speed exercises, is learning how to move the brush around on the head. So I'll have them do long strokes top to bottom, and I connect them without articulating a rhythm. I call this the ninja stroke. Now we add a pulse or a tap. And the idea is to try to get the taps to sound the same. And you can do it different directions, side to side. Diagonal. Diagonal going the other direction. Circular and so on. So you can come up with your own patterns. Notice also how relaxed I'm holding it. If I had a drumstick here, I'd show you my little bossa nova pattern here.
For the drug movement, it's just to get the hang of how you, yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's, what angle, how much pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fan of swishing out the beat. But, you know, some guys, the way they play, they have a lovely brush beat. And I wish I knew how to do that. The more kind of traditional brush pattern, because I really like it. And when I see a great brush player like Jeff Hamilton, it's like, wow, or Joe LaBarbera, I mean, these guys. But I'm sort of self-taught with brushes. And I just would listen to records and try to, from the sound that I heard on the album, and just try to figure out what drummers were doing. And I did a lot of ballad playing in the big bands when I first went on the road. And had to figure out a way to get the brush sound to carry. You know, Stan Kenton band, it was a pretty big band. So to get a pulse or articulation, but that was still gentle. Brushes should be pretty. And that's the tricky thing. You don't want your playing to be, in English we say, like a bull in a china shop. You know, china, like plates. So you want it to be expressive, be more poetic. Hi, to everyone that reads Rhythm and Drums magazine, this is Peter Erskine saying hello, greetings from Tokyo Blue Note, and thank you for listening to my music, and look at my beautiful new TAMA STAR snare drum. I'm a lucky guy.